cold, the raw, the fear, the die, the soul, the goal, the kill, the lie. Come here, you know the come, the ride, the fall, the die, the stole, the call, the two, the lie. Come here now, come here now, come here now, come here, you know. Oh no. That's the point in front of you was myself. I drink too much last night. So I'm moving. Head feels on the corner. Remember what I told you? You son of a bitch! There's no place for someone so disgusting as you in my humble place. There's no bed, no chair for someone as naked as you. Don't ever told me, tell me that you were a decent person. Or could you be? You have no friends, no parents, poor boy, no mommy, no daddy, no brother, no teacher. Now look inside of me and you see exactly how much I would kill to see you getting away and neglecting love. You're a rotten bomb. I don't like you. Look at you! Is this a decent way to present yourself? No! This is a way to say to people, hooray! Please. Well, all dressed in black, like if it was. What are you saying? The most normal thing in the world. I'll give you 10 seconds. Tell me what's going on. 3, 4, I will call 5, 6, should go 7, 8, 9. You know what to do. You know. It's been a long time that I wanted to do something as awful as this one. Feel my trade inside your bones. I'm not scared. Someone neglected as you. Don't ever call me a friend. Only inside the papers. A testimony for being. Look at me in the eyes. Look at your shine in the eye. It looks great on you. I don't think so. I don't think you wanted to come this far. See the sun building up, fucking your neck with my tongue. Is this a good way to dismiss yourself? Dismiss yourself and what you've done to me. I know I wasn't enough for you, so you come with me. I became a little baby, like you said, and this fucking stupid vocabulary. I wanted to be happy, I wanted to have friends, I wanted to have a situation, I wanted to have happiness in my life. And you stole everything away! You made me a monster. I looked exactly like you in it. You just wanted some company, so you created a clone from a born child of white and pure. Is this what you mean when you say we were wicked? We aren't saints anymore, you said. We are not participating on the arts anymore. We aren't teens anymore. We are the wrong evil greatness. But you know, I was just poor naked child like you. And now, Satan is knocking at my door. Satan is knocking at my door. Satan is knocking at my door.
This is going to demand a lot more of our time, which is why Sam, who's been playing bass with us since 2000 when Pat left, and Sam came in 2003 or 2004, whichever it was, and had been with us the whole time. It was like, he's like, I have a real job that I like, and I can't leave for 7 months. Like I can't do it, and it's not something I want to do anymore. And we had to make that adjustments. But John and myself and Nick, I think we thought that it would certainly be something we would regret later in our lives if we didn't. Finally, the opportunity is now here. We have to take advantage of this. We have to see what's going to happen. And we did it with, I think we all were trying to do with some humility though, and like have some perspective and think that like, to just stay very thankful and appreciative, and to know that like it's very likely temporary, and let's just try our best and hope for the best, and I'm still feeling the same way. Like like how do we follow that you want to get what you want? Like they got so much praise and all this crazy shit that like we've never ever had before. It was completely new to us, and it seemed like we're not going to be able to do that again. Like whatever happens next is not going to be the same thing.
I think you got it by being yourselves and just following the course. Like to me, when I heard the first those songs, I'm like, this is Daughters. It's just another Daughters, and I think that the evolutions within the band have been pretty vast, and like in different ways. It actually kind of brings me to my next question, which is really like, I I was interning at Vice Records, and Jamie Farkas at the time was helping run Hydra Head.
Yeah.
And there was this huge bin of stuff. Then she's like, "Yo, kid, you can have whatever you want." And I'm like, "Botch last show DVD." I'm just like, "Ooh," I'm like, "ISIS this and that," and I got Hell Songs by Daughters. And to me, that's like your like Dylan Goes Electric moment. I like put that fucking shit in, and I was just like, who the fuck is singing from this dude? Is it the same dude with the, you know? And I was like, oh my god, like, you know, what is this? And as a singer, I was just as well, you know, I was just kind of blown away at like how not just how drastic, but like how considered and great that move was. What was sort of behind that? Kind of just like, hey, I'm getting a new sonic palette, and I'm just gonna go this way. How did it feel?
Well, you know, there were supposed to be some singing on Canada songs. I was gonna go back and forth with it, and I was nervous. I was too afraid to do it, and I couldn't commit. I was afraid. So I didn't. There's some spoken stuff here and there on that record. I think there's 2 or 3 songs, but we were asked. 31G asked us to contribute a song to a birthday party tribute, and I thought, wow, there's absolutely no way I can scream. Like, I'm not going to scream this birthday party song. So I got real drunk and I tried to sing it. I tried to do this like drunk Elvis impression, and from that point it was like, well, this is just what I have to do now. This like I kind of got it out of the way, and you know, curiosity. Maybe like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I listened to that song. I had heard it for a really long time, and it's horrific and embarrassing. But I needed to do that. If I didn't do that, I never would have.
fucking lot, and I just decided to end my life. I don't know what I would like to do this. Just feel right to do such a thing. When you have no reason Well, I cut off the song because my brother came out and he said to stop fucking screaming around because it was scary and everything. So I will not continue this beautiful song I wrote for you just to understand how fucking well I am. It's not a game, I'm not faking it, I'm really sincere. I'm really sincere right now. It's like a therapy. I shouldn't release this. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I want some help. And my family will never provide me this help because they think I'm joking around or something like this. I just want... I still wonder if I was sexually abused when I was younger because I'm really messed up with this thing. I know the way I'm stalking is cliche and everything, but I'm really serious when I'm talking right now. I'm not acting or anything, I'm really... I saw my dad masturbating when I was 9 years old. I heard my brother fucking his girlfriend when he was 18 years old. I wasn't even at time and I heard everything. And I came right in front of his door and I looked inside I just looked inside by a little fence a little hole in his door, and I saw him fucking his girlfriend. I said already I was groomed by an older woman, but I don't know if it's my fault or not. I just don't care. I just need to talk with some people, at least to hear it one time. I don't know. I just I think I have some kind of I don't know if I have mental problems or anything like this because it feels like it's sorry, I'm not an English native. This is why it sounds so weird when I talk because I think a lot to what I'm gonna say. I'm trembling so much right now. I just wanted to say my biggest dream is to have a friend that could be here to me, like an equal relationship, because I want an equal friendship, an equal relationship, or whatever you call this. I want someone that could just love me as much as I could love them, because in all of my interaction with you humans, if you could say the least. I'm the one who sends literally all the time the love, and in few rare cases I don't receive a lot, and I just feel very alone all the time, and I had some very dark, tough recently. I just like it's the third day while I think about killing myself. Sorry. Well, anyway, okay. I'm gonna stop this recording right now. Goodbye. I realized that I never was here. I never was here in my life. I always was something somewhere else, doing something else. I don't know. I always thought I was doing the right thing. I had one big dream. It was to accomplish several things. I wanted so much to become an accomplished artist. I wanted so much to become something different from what people told me I was, and it made me feel like I'm the complete opposite. I don't. I always wanted to. I always wanted to make art all my life. All my life I wanted to make something so powerful, so obliviously good, so something that could make people cry. I wanted to make this, but I never did. At least that's what I thought. That's what I thought, and makes me really angry all the time, because there are still people coming to me saying my heart could have made them feel great emotions. I never intended people to come to me and say, man, your heart is actually something interesting, something that people would like to talk about, to share it. But I never intended it. I never thought about it. Then I realized that I was doing so much things. All the things I wanted to do, I did it. I actually did it. I just never realized it. I always was on my own little world, thinking I would never ever make things right. And finally I realized that I did literally everything I wanted to do, and that everything was fine. And then I realized that if I never understood that, I would have continued doing myself so much pain and sadness and awful things, because I thought I would never ever make people happy. I will never make people appreciate who I am, who I truly think I am. I only cared about my bad side, and it destroyed me in a way. I think I put all my goodness in my art, all my goodness in my drawings, in my music, in my edits, and in everything I did. And all I cared about was all the bad things I did to myself and only myself. And I viewed myself as a monster. I viewed so much myself as a monster that I became one, but a silent one. I I never caused pain to anyone, at least I don't think so. But I caused so much pain to myself. If there was a term to say that you could rape yourself, I think I did this. I raped myself in some way. I did things that I never wanted to do to myself, and it's like there was another person inside me that was stabbing my heart again and again with the things I loved, with the things I always wanted to protect, and saying to me that I was just a bad person. If I continued, if I continue like this, I will be on my deathbed and realize then that I lived a life full of pains, full of awful thoughts and awful shit and everything, until I realized that I made literally all the things I wanted, that I made people happy, that I made people cry, that I made people proud of myself, that I inspired people. I'm not saying that I'm the best person in the world. I'm far from that. All I'm saying is just that if I change my perspective, I understood that I did great.